It was just, from what I heard, cosmetic, but so that's good.
Yeah, that is good. But, you see a beautiful car like that get tore up, it just breaks your heart. But we haven't even mentioned Sean Gentry, Brad Gentry. I mean, there's two more guys. Who?
The Kronks.
The Kronks. The Kronks are going to be there with the 129 and the 29. I mean, look, this is what I'm talking about. This is going to be the one where we find out who is who in street stocks right now. This is going to kind of tell you right now where everybody's at. Barring, bad luck.
Sure.
This is going to be the one that kind of gives you an idea of who's kind of at the top of the list right now.
Justin hasn't had to deal with traffic yet in that new car, so he might have somewhat of a feel for it.
He's had to deal with some lap traffic.
Yeah, lap traffic's different than racing.
Well, you're right.
You're
right.
Traffic. And
there's no doubt about that.
With the names that are being mentioned by James right now on the Swear chat line, Marson, Horn, Yankee,
Joey Cannon. I mean, here's a guy that went and he bought himself a new car, and he as he figures it out, he's been getting fast. I mean, you can't. One of those deals in starting position at that race is gonna mean a lot.
Sure.
Every position you don't have to work for in that one is that's your best friend right there. Whoever lands on the pole for that one, you better hope guys behind you aren't that much faster, or that they're coming after you.
Or his name's Yak.
Right. I mean, what do you do knowing that Kyle Yak has won this race 3 years in a row in 3 different cars? What do you do if you're in the field, you're sitting in the 4th row, and you see that yellow car up on the pole?
Well, first I'm going to go break into the bus and take all the shock.
That's I don't care who you are. That's going to concern you. That's like going to Daytona and seeing Dale Earnhardt Sr. on the pole.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's just one of those deals where it's kind of like, oh, no. Now we're working. This is going to be – I wish I could be there. I wish I wish we could go in and call that show.
That'd be an exciting show to do.
Yeah, it's going to be a great deal. That place will be packed. Cottage Grove has done a great job with attendance, and this is that one race that everybody goes to. I mean, it's going to be fantastic.
Except us.
We won't be there. We're actually going to be calling the Wingless Sprint Series at Willamette Speedway. Had some great races with those guys last year. We'll talk a little bit about that. Here's what I want to do, because we've been pretty bold this year. Something we haven't done in years past. It's the Wallbanger.
Listening.
I want predictions.
All right. I've been pretty good at this.
You have? I have not. I have not been good at this year.
You have one.
I've got one.
And this is going to make Justin Evans upset, but I'm going to go with Yak.
Okay.
I really am.
I can't blame you.
Yeah, I've watched him race. I've watched him race junk. Yak.
Okay. He's going Kyle Yak. Sam's thinking. The wheels are turning.
Go ahead, Corey.
Go ahead.
No.
You can if you want to go with.
Do you want to go with mine?
No.
Okay. You can take. You don't have to take a different car. If you want to go with the Yak, you can take Yak too.
That's what I'm saying.
He's trying to cover his butt.
Go ahead, Corey.
No, because you know what he's going to do. He waits for me to make my prediction, and then he picks somebody else.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Corey.
It's a tough one.
We haven't mentioned one name, and we don't know if he's going to be there or not. At least I don't. You might, because you hear more scuttlebutt usually.
We haven't mentioned this driver?
We haven't. Not in this segment, we haven't.
God, who do we not mention, Dom?
I don't know. Were you not paying attention, Sam?
We talked about the Kronks.
Mm-hmm.
Talked about Yak. Talked about Langen, Evan, Sean, Brad.
I don't think he's going down there to race. I think he'll be at Willamette, but we'll see.
Who is he talking about? Okay. My prediction for this one.
Kevin Roberts. Whoops.
If it wasn't hard enough to make a prediction, now you know what?
Because I was going to see if he called it.
Well, here's the thing.
That's who I'm calling.
Okay, now now listen. I want this to be good. I've got to tell you what I do know about that.
Okay.
Just to be fair.
See,
oh, yeah.
He always hears more stuff.
And that's why I'm telling you this. From what I understand, he is out of state right now in Montana. I don't know if he's going to be back. It didn't sound like he was going to be back for that race.
It's a lot of money to not be back for.
That's a good pick, though. That's a very good pick. Listen, this is going to be hard. I think Dom's already got Yak.
Yep.
I am going to say.
I'm locking that in.
Oh God, this is so hard to do.
Is Roger Snyder going to be down at Cottage Grove, or is he going to be?
Roger, let's text him.
I'm sure he's listening on the Swear Trucking chat line, or he'll hit us up here in a second.
Because I know who will make this racing exciting.
Marson, Brewster, Mark Farah is going to be there. James Baker in the 10. Chris West in the 7 is fast.
Yeah.
Oh man, Chris West has the fastest time in Madras all night. Then won Super Stock race and finished second in the Sportsman of the 500 win races at 11. That's somebody we didn't mention either. That 7 car of West is very fast. Cannon comes on and says, "Look, guys, I'm going to win it." I love Joey's confidence.
Oh yeah,
that's a big part of street stock. You got to have it. Don Schott, there's another one. Don Schott is fast with that new metric car. I don't know. Here's the thing. I'm going to play it safe. Probably not as safe as Dom over here.
Obvious. Yeah.
Dom went with the safe bet, and I get it.
Well, you let him go first.
I'm stuck between 2 cars. I really, truly am stuck between 2 cars. And because it is Cottage Grove, that 74 car is almost... I don't know how you bet against him. At the 3 wins there already.
I got 99 problems that says he's not gonna.
Well, and that's the other car I'm looking at. I'm thinking, the car that guys are starting to call the Blue Nightmare.
I know. But
I wish somebody set up a camping spot for me for the weekend.
You know what? I'm going to do it.
Pull the trigger.
Don't be scared. They'll all hate you in the end.
They're going to. Okay. I'm going to play it safe.
Chicken.
I'll go with the 99. I'm going with the Blue Nightmare.
He's not been in racing traffic. How's that?
And you are absolutely right when you say that. You are absolutely right.
2 up front starts and 2 wins. So
you're right. Well, I came from the second row in the first one.
Yeah, I know.
So he had traffic for a lap.
Half.
Samuel, who are you taking?
Oh man, I really wish I knew for sure on Roberts.
I'm going to listen. Okay, I'll listen.
Pick an alternate
if
too.
you want to take Roberts as your primary, if he's there, we'll go back. It's on record. You can have him. If he's not, if he doesn't show up, who are you going with?
Well, I'm going to take the easy route.
You can save a 74 car.
Yeah.
I can't bet against it. I mean, that's smart. That's his home track. He's bad fast there. I don't know, dude. It's tough field, man.
Usually is in the street stocks.
It's not. So Mike Patterson, knowing that I'm a Chevy guy, has to hit us up on the Swear Truck. He says, "That's right. Pick a Ford, Corey. Didn't pick a Ford. I picked a Mercury."
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but
it's Ford powered.
We all know, not a Ford guy. But my gosh, that car is awesome.
So fast. But it's the 74. All those guys. I mean, at this point, you don't know.
No, it really is a crapshoot because you've got so many different variables, so many different cars, so many different drivers. You don't know what's going to happen. Cars break,
And we've seen some crazy things happen to this class already this year. We've seen the best finishes I think we've ever seen over the course of the first 6-7 races with these guys. It's been wild.
Chris Frisbee's calling Dakota Goddard.
Chris Frisbee called Dakota Goddard.
Yeah.
This kid here, he did. There it is. He's taking DG. The Blooms.
No.
The Blooms.
You called Dakota by his real name.
The Blooms. We forgot to mention. See, this is what I'm talking about. There's so many good street stocks. You can't even mention them all.
I didn't forget them or Gentry.
Ray Bloom. He got a win at Grove a couple weeks ago, and who did he outduel to get it? A last lap pass on the 74. You can't discard those 33 cars either. This it gets hard. It's hard. If one of those guys were to win, wouldn't be surprised to anybody.
It's going to be a show. It doesn't matter. You're going to get every penny's worth of your admission ticket.
There is no. You know what? That's a race that you could charge $50 to get in the stands, and it'd still fill them up. It really would.
Yeah.
It really would. Whoever James Whitehouse said, okay, he's calling Ray. Are you calling Ray Whitehouse or Ray Whitehouse, Ray Bloom to win that one?
Why
That's
does he
another
do this
good
so
bet.
much lately?
Man, totally crazy race. I wish we could be there. Sam, we may send you down with in-car action.
I may not go.
You will.
Probably not.
So, what's the other big events coming up? We've got all week everywhere here in the PMW is big. The Pacific Northwest, we're at that time of year now where we're really getting into the big stuff. We've got Wild West Modified Speedweek coming. This is big.
Yeah, it's going to be wild already.
Look at the racing last year we saw. I mean, the championship came down to the last couple of laps at Willamette Speedway.
Yeah.
This is, you're talking cars from Colorado, Oregon, Washington, California, Nevada, Arizona. I think we had a car from Texas.
Mm-hmm.
We've had, they come from everywhere for this deal. It is Wilder's bringing, oh man. They're in for a deal down there at Cottage Grove this weekend. It's going to be awesome. I want to talk Wild West Modified Speed Week. Weinbarger driving the 19W at the Wallbanger.
Nice.
We've seen him win a street stock feature at Willamette this year. Oh, man. Cannon says, I think I'll put a 4-barrel back on. The 2-barrel was okay last weekend. I didn't know you ran a 2-barrel last week. Let's get into the modified Speed Week. I want to get the dates of all the races. Do you guys have that on hand?
No.
In front of you? I know I had that just in front of me. I'm trying to find it, but it starts down in, I want to say, Siskiyou Motor Speedway, right?
Okay.
I believe.
I thought it was Wairika.
Let me get the schedule right, because I don't want to screw this up for people listening that if they want to go.
I'm pretty sure the first race is in Wairika.
I had this paperwork in front of me. I left it back there at the desk, and I'm pinned back here in the corner.
Oh, is that you asking me to get up and go get it?
Nope. I got it here.
Somewhere.
So June 22nd is the first race, Siskiyou Motor Speedway.
Okay.
June 23rd, Southern Oregon Speedway in Medford, White City. June 24th, Coos Bay. 25 and 26, Cottage Grove. Okay? Then they drive down I-5 past Willamette Speedway to Sunset for June 27th. Driver Appreciation Party June 28th at Willamette Speedway, and then what culminates with the 29th and 30th, the last two. Do you remember what happened last year for the final race at Willamette? Do you remember the big craziness that blew everybody's mind? The start, 3 wide.
Oh yeah, I
30
do know.
cars,
Yeah.
3 wide, awesome. 10 rows deep, and everybody made it through the first few laps for a caution. Incredible job of driving. Incredible job of driving by everybody to get through that 3 wide on the start. Something I've never seen before in our area anyway.
I've heard a lot more talk about it this year than previous years, so hopefully it'll be just as big, and if not bigger.
Oh, it's going to be huge. This modified Speedweek gets bigger and bigger every year. It's one heck of a series. I'm just reading all this stuff. We have got... So James Whitehouse, and that's true, he's talking about going back to the Wallbanger. He says if you make the A main, you've accomplished something, which is true. Modified Speed Week. You guys know how tough this deal is, because it's not just an Oregon deal. These guys, like we mentioned, we've had cars all the way from Colorado and Texas, not Arizona, and everywhere. They come from everywhere.
Not from Missouri, though.
Oh, he's just so mad. He's been trying to get Kenny Wallace out here. He's been trying to get Kenny Wallace out here in the Northwest, because we've had Ken Schrader.
He's scared.
And I doubt that's true.
Yeah.
I don't think that's true.
He's scared.